What does fall, a Lego ghost, and Puget Sound squid have in common? Well, it's Halloween of 2024, and we are going to make a challenge where I'm going to build a squid jig out of a Lego ghost, go to a pier, and go try and catch a squid with it. See if we can do it. Stay tuned. We're going to talk about squid jigs and being able to make our own out of this classic Lego. This is the glow in the dark ghost from our local mini brick store. But he glows really good, and I thought, what the heck? Be kind of fun to make him into a squid jig. See if we can't make a challenge out of it and go catch some on it. So, what we're going to need is a wire, a few glow-in-the-dark pony beads, a spacer glow bead, and a top glow bead. Obviously then a squid hook of choice, and our character. Now what's cool about this too, so I've been playing around with figuring out the best way to get the wire to run all the way through this, because I would have to drill out the leg portion. Now if I take off the leg, there is a direct hole straight to the head, and the head itself, push through that hole there, the head itself is also have a hole. So we just have to get the hole through there on the wire, and then the head at the top of there. So I have myself a heat gun. We're going to heat this wire up right there at the top. We are going to see what we can do. Voila! I'm sure there's a bunch of Lego people crying right now, but this is all in the means of fishing. Okay. About as center as I could get it. Okay. So now we just need to cut out the head. Now we got the head opened. Now we just got to reheat the wire and poke it all the way through as best as we can the center top of the ghost head. And we're golden. I'll put it all together in a second. Alrighty, let's put this bad boy together. We got our wire. $6mm bead, squid hook, 2 pony beads. Change my mind, we're gonna add a glow-in-the-dark 1/4 ounce weight just to help it all sit in space right. There's our bottom part. Now we got our body. So he's all gonna sit nice like that. Do this from now tell me that doesn't look cool. Everything's everything's gonna glow super, super well. Now we just need one finishing bead on the top and we're done. Okay, we're gonna choose another 6mm pink. We're gonna choose another 6mm pink glow bead. So we have a bearing that sits on top. Now here's where the cool part is next. Just take a set of pliers. I give it just a teeny tiny bit of space above. We're gonna wrap this wire over the top, just like that. Make a small loop. And then you're gonna pull the wire out and across, just like so. And I'm gonna switch hands so you can see this. Then all we're gonna do is now flip that, grabbing the wire, and we're gonna turn this down so it pushes everything into place. Okay, all you're left with then is the tagging you gotta cut off. Take your dike, snippers, get that thing as close as you can. Then I always like to go back over and pinch it down as best as possible, but that turned out better than I ever thought it would have. What do you guys think? I think that's gonna catch one. Let's go try it out. How's that for some glow? I definitely think our ghost buddy here absolutely gonna catch a squid. Glows all the way up underneath. The cape all glows. We got our Lego squid jig. Let's go see if we can put it to the test. Go head down to Edmonds Pier, see what we can do. This is where it all comes together. Testing out our ghost squid jig Lego man. This is a pretty cool idea. I'm narrating this. The audio ended up being really bad with the way the wind came in and it was cold. So it's just going to be easier for me to take a look at this and tell you guys kind of what's going on. So most of the time, these piers are going to be lit, as you can see from the backdrop. Those are just the normal pier lights. The actual fishermen are going to bring their own at times and light up the areas. And those are kind of where you're going to focus. Some people at times will do really well in the center of the lights. Here I'm on the exterior outsides of it, looking to see if there's any schools starting to show up. But at this point, truly, you're kind of just getting a feel for what's going on out there. Once these jigs hit the water, you let them sink. I like to go about one full rod's length of line and then get tight to it and just let it sink. Ultimately, here we're going to test this first set of lights of people, and I didn't really see much happening. So we moved down to the second set of lights as I saw a couple getting caught. So I wanted to see what's going on down here. Sometimes that's truly the difference maker, is just making a simple move, and boom, we got one. So this is super exciting. I was so excited to see which jig it was going to come on, and it looks like it's the bottom jig. So that is totally cool. I wish it was on the ghost, but a squid nonetheless. At this point, truly though, the thing to think about, how and why, because you start have to play these pieces in your mind to be more successful as the night goes on. So that bottom jig in the green is weighted about 5/8 of ounce, and the squid jig is probably a little bit more than a quarter, everything together. So those squid then are becoming closer to the bottom. So that green jig has maybe a better chance. And here's a second one we just got as the camera battery was getting swapped. But another jig, which is awesome. Another squid guy. Again, I think the little ghost guy is helping out regardless of maybe not catching any at this point, just because it is glowing and attracting. And squid absolutely love just being able to attack in groups. So you never know. You might get one on the bottom jig. You might get one on the top jig. Just all depends on how they are actively going at it. So we're here chasing it again, doing the same setup. And that's the thing about squid fishing. You want to repeat what's being successful. So I did again, casting just to the fringe of the light and letting that one rod length of line out, and then slowly jigging the rod as we come back in. Now, this has probably now been a half hour or so into this, and there's another bite. Not a big one, but you can see the squid pushing up the water jet as it comes out of water. This one's a little baby, but still eats good nonetheless, and even makes great bait if you guys like to do that. So again, bottom jig. This is now 3 squid, telling me that they are definitely hanging out near the bottom. And that green color is a good choice. Now, I mixed up the two and didn't go with the same color because I want the squid to tell me what they want that evening. Sometimes it's going to be red. Sometimes it's blue. Sometimes it's just straight green or white. So the ghost gives us an opportunity with the Lego color to be more of a plain glow. And the other green gives us another shot there. And here we go. The guy next to us gets a nice one on the red. So I was taking notes of that myself for maybe later to switch the bottom jig color if I have to. But what I started seeing was a pattern developing in regards to the cadence of the jigging. Because here we go. We got another one. Super cool. Is it on the top one? Oh, another bottom jig. Which another nice little squid there. Not bad at all. So yeah, what I'm seeing again is just that these squid are hanging out more towards the bottom. So that one that is the closest there is getting on their level. So in the future, maybe I'll build this squid ghost jig with a different size weight and just use single only. If you're liking this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe below. Almost 80% of you all who are watching this are not even subscribed to our videos. We do a lot on Puget Sound, how to fish and catch more in this local area. So if you want to learn how to do all that, you're going to subscribe and see more adventures on the water. Well, we did it, guys. Nothing crazy to write home about, but maybe a pound or so. And I'm going to try and grab this and show you. But Mr. Lego getting it done. So yeah, successful night. Green, little hypervis pink there, and our little fun Lego dude. We all got some squid. Pink was definitely the hotter of the color amongst everyone else, but I did do pretty decent on that green too. So you got to have a little variety there, as you see on my basket. But not a bad little haul for some fun time. And our ghostly little buddy, aside from losing an arm to one of the squid, we did it. We got one, but it was late in the game and the camera was already dead. However, challenge accomplished. Comment below what you want to see me build out of a Lego next to go fish with.